The game I have been waiting for all week, the Seahawks versus the Rams, with the Rams pulling out a victory 21-19. Now, the biggest thing people are going to pull from this game is the Sam Darnold interceptions. And some of them were, I'm not going to lie, some of them were pretty bad. Like this one, for example, where he thinks this person is open, but the defender is just sitting there. He's sitting on it. He's waiting. As soon as he sees that ball comes out, he jumps on it and he just takes it. There's a bunch that Sam Darnold, but yeah, here's the thing, right? This is Sam Darnold's worst performance of the year, right? By far, right? This is a terrible game. He played as bad as he could possibly play, and you only lost this game by 2 points. Only on top of that, right? The Seahawks were actually in position to win this game at the end, right? If they get a bit more yards, the kicker makes a field goal, you're in position to win this game. You have a long field goal that he shanks it. Well, he doesn't really shank it. He just straight up misses it. He misses the field goal, you lose this game. But this is a different conversation if Sam Darnold doesn't have all of those turnovers. This game feels like it should have been a lot worse for Seattle than it actually was. And the reason for that is their defense actually played incredible. A few weeks ago, I came on here and I raved about the Seahawks defense because I think they're one of the most underrated units in the NFL. I don't see enough people talking about them, and they played incredibly well against one of the best offenses in the league. Their game plan here was pretty simple. We are going to blitz as much as we have possibly done this season. We are going to rattle up Matthew Stafford. We know he's great. We know he can beat us. But what we're going to dare you to do is we are going to make it so that Matthew Stafford has a tough time. And for the most part, they did a great job. When your quarterback has 4 interceptions and you only give up 21 points, from a defensive perspective, you really can't ask for more. And they just played incredible football. I am very high on this Seattle defense. I have been saying they're so good, but not enough people talking about them because the whole argument is that, well, Seahawks, they ain't really playing anybody. Well, now they just went against one of the best teams in the league. Yes, they lost, but they only lost by 2 and their defense looked great. If Sam Darnold has a remotely respectable game, I think the Seahawks win this. But obviously, if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you're looking at this and you're like, listen, Sam Darnold had possibly the worst game he could possibly have against one of the best teams in the league. We only lost by 2. If we can keep Sam Darnold from making those mistakes going into the playoffs, or at least limit them, we feel very confident in our defense. We really do. We have a wide receiver who I personally believe is top 3 in the league right now. If we can get him the ball, minimize turnovers with our defense playing like this, we can make a legitimate run. So from a Seattle perspective, I think they should be proud by how they play. Obviously, you want to walk away with a win. Obviously, you don't want that amount of turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, but there are some positives to take from this. On the Rams side, the Rams, first of all, credit to the Rams GM, because the Rams should not be as good as they are right now. A few years ago, we saw the Rams essentially go all in. We're giving up picks, we're giving up players, we're giving up everything to bring in pieces that we need to win a Super Bowl. The ultimate goal in the NFL is to win in the Super Bowl. And I remember when that trade happened, people got revisionist history about that when the Rams gave up everything. People were like, oh, this is a terrible trade. Why would they give up this for this for this? Why would they give up all those picks? They go out and win the Super Bowl. Now everybody acting like they didn't have those takes. So they go out, they win the Super Bowl. Aaron Donald ends up retiring. You have the Cooper Kupp season, which was incredible. The next season, he doesn't look as great, obviously due to injuries. The Rams are the GM is so interesting, right? Because when you giving up all those picks, right, to bring in those pieces to win a Super Bowl, your mindset is we're going to get 1 or 2 Super Bowls out of this, right? In the 2 to 3 year time frame, we're going to get a Super Bowl out of this. But we know the future after that is going to be a bit rough. It has not been rough for the Rams. They have managed to put together another defense that is absolutely incredible. Top 5 defense in the league. Speaking of their team, bro, Jared Verse he is, for him to be a player, a second-year player, listen, I know Myles Garrett is over there at Cleveland doing some incredible stuff. Like, he is literally doing amazing stuff. Jared Verse has been playing so well this season. And I think a lot of times for NFL fans, we focus way too much on statistics, right? My player has 46, he has 4.10 MP. That we forget sometimes to just be a damn fan, right? Just to be a damn fan of the sport. And Jared Verse is a player where a lot of the things he does on the football field sometimes doesn't translate in statistical things, right? Don't get me wrong. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we already know that he's great. The leap from year 1 to year 2 for him has been absolutely incredible. And I feel like not enough people are talking about him. I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about the defensive side of the ball enough. And I love defense. I love watching defensive players. I like seeing how they impact the game. And Jared Verse is one of those cases where, like, you have to just be a fan, bro. You have to watch football, right? You watching football, you watching Rams, you like, who the hell is this on the line? And you look at this Jared Verse just being a menace. And I just think this kid, bro, give us like a year or two. We're talking about him as one of the best players in the league. I genuinely believe that. The jump from year 1 to year 2 for him has been incredible. I don't see enough people talking about it. And this is the stuff that I'm talking about with NFL coverage, man. I can rant about this forever. Where like every day we're watching like these shows and they're talking about all of these players and we just kind of gloss over these great defensive players. And bro, incredible. Jared Verse has been incredible. The Rams just defensively today put on a masterclass. They was on Sam Darnold's head. They were not letting him get what he wanted to get. Now that last drive, they left some things to be desired. They were giving up way too much of boop, boop to the outside. And then time just stopped. JSN, I think, got 2 on that drive where they were set up for that field goal. Luckily the kicker missed, but throughout the game, this defense, like I said once before, I feel like I'm spitting, but nobody listening. This defense, these 2 defenses are the best, some of the best defenses in the league, bro. Combined with great offenses. The Seahawks not as much today, but bro, these teams are going to be formidable threats. They really are. Like I said before, Seahawks defensively basically tested the Rams. They're like, hey, if we're gonna lose because Kyren Williams, Kyren Williams too. Let's talk about Kyren Williams. He's been silently having a great season. I think the thing that was being highlighted at first with Kyren Williams, and I talked about this a bit too, he had some games where he had like crucial fumbles, and that kind of has been a thing for him too, where he's like fumbling, this has been bad. But these last few games, he's silently been playing well, and he had another great outing today. Seahawks said, if you're going to beat us, Kyren Williams is going to have to do it. And Kyren Williams said, okay, I will do that. This is the Seahawks, bro. The Rams are just, it's so weird. They should not be as good as they are, and they are. This is a game of just 2 great teams. These are games like this where I'm like, I really love football. I love talking to people who watch football. I think we have too many people in this sport right now that are just like super hyper focused on stats. Like I said, people forget to be just fans sometimes, right? I'm not trying to argue with you about the pass completion rate of a QB and from week. Like sometimes we just like to watch football. And this was a game I just enjoyed watching. If you're a Seahawks fan, obviously Sam Darnold cannot play like that when it comes to playoffs. You feel a lot confident going into the playoffs if Sam Darnold can limit those turnovers. Your defense is playing great. You have a top 3 receiver in the league, in my opinion. Your run game looked great today. Listen, Sam Darnold doesn't turn the ball over going to the playoffs, you're looking pretty formidable. Same thing with the Rams. You win against one of the best defenses of the league, in my opinion, and you pull out a win. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Did you love this game? Did you hate it? As always, everybody, enjoy football.